So here is our chicken door that is now automated. Here's our girls. They're yelling at me for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways. This is what the door looks like. We got our power antenna, our electrical box with the circuit and relay in it, or the relay and the wiring. And then I have a standard 110 volt timer, 110 volt out into the relay, and then a constant 12 volt power to the antenna. And the relay switches on and off with the appropriate timing, as we have it set for 9 at night and 6 in the morning. So the way it works is really simple. The power antenna extends out, and the antenna travels down this guide tube and hits this bracket, pushing the door down like this. You can see, so that's nighttime. It's energized. I also put this extension spring here, and that's really just helping give some initial pullback force. But I'm going to replace that today with a counterweight and a pulley that should make this door operate a lot smoother and help assist the power antenna furthermore do its job more efficiently. And that's that. The chicken automated coop door will be complete. Another thing I wanted to note was, because the power antenna, when it's turned energized off, retracts into the end of this, the mast here. When the power antenna reaches a certain point, it needs to continue traveling up, leaving the door in the up position. So what I have tied to the bottom of the power antenna mast right here is a string that's attached to the bottom of this bracket with the slack that is the length of the gap between the fully retracted power antenna mast and the up position on the coop door. So I'm going to eliminate all that today, and this extension spring, by putting in a pulley, and I'm hoping it'll smooth things out. I'm going to try just one, but I might likely need two, but it works pretty smoothly on these PVC sliders here, so it's really cheap, and there's a lot of room for things to move around. But the goal for today is to get the door moving more fluidly and removing the slack string that attaches the door to the power antenna, because as it is now in the up position, you'll see the twine has become wound around the end. Actually, in this case, it broke right off. So it's broken off the end, and it's just not very reliable. So I need to replace that with something more practical. And a fella at work, my fellow co-worker Brian, shout out to Brian, thanks a lot Brian, really was a lifesaver on this project, because when I first got the power antenna, I tore out the relay like a ding-dong without taking any pictures or doing anything to document the circuitry. So he thankfully put that back together in a very, very timely manner. Also hooked me up with the relay that's inside this aluminum electrical box here, and did all the initial wiring and helped me cement the understanding of how this should work in my mind. So thanks a lot. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the modifications. So of course it's daytime, so the door is open. So in a couple hours this is what's going to happen. You see the counterweight go up. So then it's energized all night long, and then the timer's set for about 6 o'clock in the morning at dawn, yes, and the antenna goes back up, bringing the door with it. So the biggest hurdle I had over all this was there needed to be a tether from here to here, this length, so that, and it has to be flexible so that when the power antenna is energized, the tether flexes and the antenna follows the guide tube here down to this L bracket, and the L bracket pushes the door down. And then when the door is at its fully extended length, let me show you. So now the power antenna is collapsing the tether, pushing the bracket and the door down to its fully extended length. And so now when we go up, that tether is now, the slack's taken up, and the power antenna can travel to just about its farthest point, which works perfect for our purposes here. So take 10 of automatic chicken coop door. I've torn the previously made chicken door apart, and I'm going to replace it with these new awesome 18-inch drawer sliders. Also got a nice new light door I'm going to make that's going to work flawlessly on these new railings on the large chicken coop door. So I'm assembling the new door, and after I assemble this, I'm going to install it on the chicken door, and then the automatic chicken door will operate flawlessly. This was our old automatic chicken door, and it had these, I tried to cut the corners on the slider mechanism, and I used this PVC, and it just doesn't work well. There's too much friction, it binds up too much. It just can't get perfectly square because of the nature of the cylinders and the other pipes. So I've removed all the old hardware. Katie and I installed new pieces of wood here to act as guides for the sliders, and these are all parallel and level, plumb, and so we know everything's square, and that the action of this lifting and lowering mechanism is going to be smooth as possible to make it as efficiently as possible for the power antenna, which has little power to draw it up and to extend it down. So I'm going to finish assembling this, and then I'm going to test it, and I sure hope it wraps up this automatic chicken coop door, because I've got like 25 hours in it now, and even though it only costs like 70 bucks, it's been a challenge for me. So stick around, I'll reassemble it, we'll get this thing working right, and we'll accomplish this task. Works pretty well. That's what we want. We even got a counterweight. Runs on 2 pulleys. And the counterweight will help guide the door. The only thing I got to do is it locks in at the bottom, I don't think the power antenna is strong enough to unlock it, you know, because it's a cabinet drawer. So it locks on these little rubber bumpers I'm going to shave down. Then it won't lock and it'll be nice and free. Just like that. Beautiful, huh? We probably should have done this from the beginning, but it's all in the nature of learning, right? So we learned that if we try to cut corners on the most important part of the whole project, make it too cheap and practical, it's just not going to work at all, and it's going to be problematic. So I did now what I should have done in the beginning, and our chicken door slides as effectively as a ball bearing drawer should slide. So we finally got the chicken door working properly, and I'm going to do a quick demonstration here. We had to add some counterweights, and I'm going to make a legit weight down to make up these 3 improvised weights here that equal 3.9 pounds. So we countered the weight of the door, and the thing works like a charm. Here's a quick demonstration. Okay, so that's nighttime. Now we're going to the morning. There's fully opened. Beautiful. So this is the inaugural official ending to our automatic chicken coop door. We have to attach this weight I made, this counterweight. This counters the weight of this door. So I'm going to attach this counterweight. We're going to do the official inaugural opening and closing of the automatic chicken door for all to see. So we just attached our new official counterweight, and now we are going to do our inaugural chicken coop operation. So I'll demonstrate how the door works on its one-day cycle. Here we go.
Now go.
Beautiful. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.